Circle. No. Circle. No. Circle, no. Circle, no. Circle, no. Circle, no. So what is it like? Circle, you got the contact tracing contract without any experience of ever doing any contact tracing. I would have thought they would be in court that day for, whatever, malpractice or criminal negligence charges up against them at the moment. How is it that, Circle, Balfour, BE, and Group 4, like every like all the contracts, all the government state contracts that are going, they basically they achieve this by basically underbidding everybody else. And of course they can do it at a cheaper price, because in the end they don't actually do it. They never succeed to fulfill any of the contracts, and quite often are guilty of fraudulent and disreputable behavior. But yet again, they get the contracts every year. This is just intolerable. This is enough in itself to mean that we should be fucking revolting. Like, we should be out in the streets and like just changing shit. Universities are not educators; they're property speculators. So kind of it's disgusting and deplorable, and the way that young people have been treated by these institutions, and their physical, mental health being put at risk, and being charged full rates for half a delivery, or half, even almost nothing. Like, if anybody's been in one of those student hall rooms, they're the closest thing on the market that was to resembling a prison cell that I'm aware of. So yeah, you're paying to be in prison. That's fantastic. So yeah, so this pass must be returned. So please, you must return this task and complete the contents of the supply teacher pack to the reception before leaving, because this is not a toilet pass. This is not a toilet pass. Do you understand? It's not a toilet pass. This is what happens when you don't return to reception. Like, it ends up in a video if you're like some fucking weirdo that's dressed like the Joker for some fucking reason. This is not a toilet pass. Okay, great. Great. At least we understand each other in that respect. Okay. Yes. Crush QAnon moronics. Time to hit back at the anti-vax wax. No, maybe I'm being just unfair to people who have like a different opinion to me. It's a non-informed opinion. It's espoused by people who basically their only source of information is Facebook and a bubble in Facebook. And it's sort of wacky, crazy people. QAnon. So apparently, Donald Trump is like the paedophile savior or something like that. Wasn't he best mates with Jeffrey Epstein, like sort of uber master pederast? Yeah, and it's actually, but I don't get it. Vampires and farming children for. So that there's that, like, and then there's the anti-vax people who believe, oh, it's my right to not vaccinate my children. It's my body. I'll control. So yeah, it's your right to do that. Then it's society's right to say, your children can't go to the school and you can't come to our community centre and you can't do that because you're putting, somebody who's vulnerable that way, has underlying health issues at risk. So your right to not vaccinate yourself doesn't supersede somebody's right to live a full to live. So that's what I think about anti-vax people. If I was to be a little bit less kind, I would just put them all up against the wall and just finish it off. Unpleasant. It was World AIDS Day this week, and let's not forget, there's still no vaccination for HIV, and there's still people around the world who don't have fair, equitable access to treatment. So there's a lot of health inequalities in the world, as we know. And I can't see and believe that, COVID-19 is going to, a vaccine is going to remove that, But maybe I'm just pessimist. I don't know. Things just get fucked up, So Yeah, so, COVID is climate. It is. If you don't understand that, you don't believe that, then we need to have a conversation. Climate is facing catastrophe, meltdown. So let's see what possibly that could feel like. Yeah. So yeah, because if the climate's dying, then maybe I am too. Maybe we're all dying. Oh fuck, I don't know. Why? What are you doing? Burning. I'm fucking on fire. There is like a family-friendly version of this, bar mitzvahs. Thank you for enduring whatever the hell this was. I think that our Facebook broadcast is kind of, well, they left it, they just stopped on a bit. So just want to thank Jeff Carey, whose piece of music you just heard there. It's called Impulse. Unlikely to ever be, Christmas #1, but none the worse for that. So if you enjoyed this, and if you have, there's a good therapist I can recommend. You can find more of my slightly unhinged material on my blog. Thank you all for coming. It was great. I really enjoyed it. In about 30 minutes time, I'll be just thinking of just oh shit, what the fuck did I just do on the internet? Yeah. But for now, I'm feeling quite good. Tomatoes actually feel quite nice. It's not strangely good for going off tomatoes. Doing tomatoes. If anybody found kind of any the things I've said disagreeable or found the performance kind of upsetting in any way, I did get prior warning first, but secondly, this is a protest, and if it made you feel all warm and fuzzy, it wouldn't be very effective as a protest, would it? This is our chance when my son asked me in 10 or 15, 20 years time, what did you do? I want to say more than nothing. And maybe there'll be a record of this, and I'll be very proud. But until then, that's a bit of the Beat Band playing you out. Oh, it's such a beautiful tune. Mm.